I love Matthew McConaughey in his Greenlights book. He says, remember when things were all flowing perfectly and going really well. You were so happy. What were you doing then that is different than now? So try to remember to incorporate those things in your life again, where things can flow again. For myself, if I think back, it's no alcohol, actually. And that's hard because I like my wine. I like having wine with dinner. It's very much been part of our culture. I am French Canadian, and wine is pretty much introduced, I think, at a very young age. It's like the European culture. And there's no judgment there, but too much of anything keeps you unbalanced. And also it kind of destroys your gut and you don't feel very good. You're kind of tired. So for me, removing that, I hear more clearly where my soul purpose, and I'm staying in alignment. So that's what I've noticed for myself when things are going really well and I'm doing the work. And it doesn't have to be, an hour a day. You can just switch something from being on your phone at night to leaving it in the kitchen and maybe doing instead journaling, a few sentences every day. Just trade one habit for another, for a healthy habit. So these small wins that I feel can be so pivotal in your direction in life. So this is just from my heart what I felt grief looked like for me, and maybe that'll resonate for you and maybe it won't, but I'd love to hear some feedback. You can DM me on Melissa_gratitude on social media. I'd love to hear if that resonated for you and about grief, and if you could see it that way, as painful as that can be, because I know I have some friends that have lost, their child. And to see that as a gift, I think that would be really angering at first, and almost mad at God for that. And it's hard to see it that way. But I it's just what I feel, that God knew can only give you what you're prepared to have. And there's for another growth, and maybe it was to help somebody else that is going through that, to see that you're still finding joy and you're that hope, that beacon of light for them, and that could be that purpose, as hard as that is.